Morning, welcome to the next edition of our video log. This is the fall 2017 season. We've just come off a really strong year of swimming. We won Junior Nationals short course season. We have 35 swimmers that are swimming in college this year as freshmen. It's just been a wonderful year. And this first edition for this year's video log series, we're going to talk about some changes we made to our program, some exciting new things we have going on. Really excited about the fall and looking forward to a wonderful year of swimming. Some of the things that we've introduced this fall to try and evolve the program and continue to get better, we are really working hard to incorporate a dryland program that is consistent all the way through the program, and something that we want to teach our youngest swimmers the basic movements that are going to be with them all the way through the program. And each training group, they get a little bit more advanced, a little bit more complex, and then as they move through the program, so that when they move into the senior groups, they're going to have the basic foundation of the exercises that we want them to do and really have the movements down and doing everything correctly. We're going to incorporate that in some different ways, some fun ways, especially with the younger kids, trying to find some games and maybe obstacle courses, things like that are going to be a lot of fun, but that they're learning how to make those movements and do those movements the right way. One of the other things that we've done this fall, certainly with our higher level groups, is incorporate a little bit more speed work early in the season, trying to get faster. Want to get some speed development, and then we want to carry that into our kind of more traditional training. It's a little bit more aerobic, a little bit more, threshold type of work, but we want to develop the speed at the front end and see if we can carry that speed into the rest of our training. And we're about 4 weeks into our training block, and it's been great so far. The kids have really done a nice job working on their speed and getting faster, and now we're trying to help them stay accountable to that new speed development. When we talk about kind of our program as a whole, this fall we instituted a new program called a pre-comp program, pre-competitive group. It's a group that swims a couple of times a week, twice a week, for about 40 minutes. And it's just a very introductory training group to introduce new swimmers to the sport of swimming that doesn't feel as overwhelming to some folks when they first start competitive swimming. As you know, those of you guys that are familiar with swimming, when you get into a year-round swim program, there's a lot. You're swimming 3 or 4 times a week for an hour and a half, volunteer requirements for running swim meets, fundraising requirements for some teams, things like that can be a little bit overwhelming for a family that has no idea what competitive swimming is about. And so we wanted to find a way to introduce new kids to competitive swimming in a way that's a little bit less overwhelming, a little bit less time consuming, if you will, for new families and new kids, and just introduce them to competitive swimming. I think if we can get the kids in the door and having fun in swimming, they'll then move into our year-round program. But again, the emphasis on our pre-comp program is teaching the skills that we want them to have in a very basic way, but then also just having fun and smiling. And really important for us that they have a good time in that group and really learn to love not only swimming, but Scottsdale Aquatic Club, that hopefully they'll then continue swimming year-round. There's quite a few events going on that are going to encompass multiple parts of our program, As on the competition side, we have a couple more of our smaller meets, dual meets. We have a dual meet against Phoenix Swim Club October 21st and 22nd. Following that up, we're going to have what we call our fall finale with several teams the first or second weekend in November. Our high school kids have the high school state champs the first weekend of November. We got a lot of exciting things coming forward for kids in all levels of our program to race and swim fast and have some fun. On the team side, we have our annual swimathon coming up in the middle part of November. November 18th is going to be our annual swimathon. That's a great event. We have a carnival atmosphere, a lot of games and things going on, breakfast for the swimmers when they finish their swim. It's really a neat event. Lastly, it's important that we involve our parents and get our parents to really buy in and become a part of the team, because as a swimmer moving through this sport as they get older, it's really important that the parents are a big part of the process. In that effort, we are going to be having our annual parent mixer on October 21st in the evening at Scottsdale Beer Company. It's a great opportunity for parents to get together, get to know one another, and get to learn a little bit more about the program and the team, and hopefully have a chance as well to speak to some of the coaches and just get to learn more about what their child is involved in and how they can be supportive of their kids. 'Cause I'll be ready to stay and drive.